Crocheting Connect here. I'm just doing a quick video today with some crochet project updates while my toddler is napping and my baby is in her little swing in the living room there. She's starting to get fussy though because it's almost feeding time, so if you hear some fussing in the background, that's why. I'm trying to do this quick and then head over and feed her. I just have a couple of items to show. So first I finished this baby sweater that I showed in my last video. This is the Hurry Down Pullover by Bernat. I have not checked to see if it's still available online. I got this leaflet, I can't even remember which store I got it from, but it was one of those free patterns like on the yarn shelf at the store that you can just free to take. And I got this, I think probably about 3 years ago now. It was back when I was pregnant with my first daughter. I got this and I never got around to making it. So I don't know if the pattern is still there. I don't know how often they remove and replace patterns on these free websites, but so there is a link to it down here. It's yarnspirations.com/hurrydownpullover. I will put the link down below if it is still available online. If you don't see the link down below in my box there, then that means it's not available anymore. So I will look for that as soon as I'm done filming here. So it's the Hurry Down Pullover. The back and front are done all in one piece, and then you have to join the yarn to do the sleeves. The only issue I had with the entire project was the sleeves, because the number of stitches it instructed to do for the sleeves ended up being less than the number of stitches that were there, so it ended up leaving a big hole in the armpit, and if I did all the stitches that were there, then the sleeves would have been way too wide. They would have been like bell-bottom sleeves. So I left it at the number of stitches they called for, and then I left a long tail where I attached the yarn and I sewed up the armpit hole with that tail. So I don't know what I did wrong to end up with that hole and that many stitches. I don't know. But it turned out fine. I managed to fix it. So it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty much all double crochets and front post, back post ribbing on the sleeves and the bottom. And the collar just has a single crochet edging. So yeah, it was a pretty quick project. I did it in just a few hours. And this is in the 6-month size. My daughter will be 6 months old in November, so that'll be sweater weather. But she was born smaller. And my first daughter was born smaller too, and she grew really slowly. She's still, she's almost 2.5 and she's still fitting in 18-month clothing. So if she grows that slow, this might still be too big this winter. So I don't know, but we'll see. So there is that complete. Oh, and I used it. It called for Bernat Softy Baby yarn, but I had some Bernat Baby coordinates on hand in the colorway Sweet Pink. My mom actually found it for me at a thrift store way back when I first started crocheting, like in 2009, 2010. So I don't know if they even make this yarn anymore. I don't know. I don't think I've seen it in stores myself. I don't know if you can still buy it online. I don't know. But that's the yarn I used. It's nice and soft, and there's a shiny thread going through it. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if the light and my camera, I have a really old camera, so I don't know if it's picking it up, but there is a white thread going through it. So it's really nice. So there's that. I am currently working on a Christmas stocking for the baby. You may remember a couple years ago, oh dear, I made this snowman stocking for my first daughter. It also has a scarf that fell off. So the entire stocking is basically a snowman, and the red is the snowman's hat. So I'm trying to make a similar stocking for the baby. But instead of a snowman, I'm going to make a penguin. So the blue is just a hat that a penguin is wearing, similar to the snowman's hat. And then the black is the penguin's body, and then I'm going to do sort of like a penguin-shaped motif in white to make the inner penguin body and then the facial features, and then a blue scarf to match the hat, just like the snowman scarf. So I have a majority of the top of the stocking done, and I'm just about to start doing the heel flap, or the heel shaping there. So I'm hoping it won't take too long. I'm hoping to be done that within a couple of weeks or so, maybe a little longer. I don't think I'm going to have much time to crochet. I managed to get this much done because my husband had a couple of weeks off work when our baby came. And so while he did the afternoon feedings, I did crocheting. I could have done more, but I was often tired in the afternoons and ended up falling asleep after a few rows. But yeah, so now he's back to work, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have for crochet. But I'm hoping to have that done in a few weeks. And the pattern I am using is the same pattern I've used for all of our stockings, which is the Let It Snow stocking from the holiday 2013 issue of Crochet World. Except I'm not doing the like scalloped edging, I just do a round cuff. I'm not a big fan of the scallop there. And I leave the snowflakes off, and I just do whatever colors I want. So yeah, so that is the pattern I use. So I will do another video update in a couple of weeks to let you know where I am on that. And I'm hoping to have that done as soon as possible because I am now really itching to start a knit project. I'm not big on knitting, but occasionally I get this itch to knit. And I have mentioned in the past that I wanted to make this shawl from Bernat Satin Sparkle. So I really want to get that started soon so that it'll hopefully be done by fall, because we all know how slow I am at my yarn projects. So I have all the yarn called for this and the knitting needles and everything. So I'm hoping to start that soon. I have not made a knit project that large ever, I don't think. I've only made smaller items and scarves and stuff. So there's a few stitches on here that I've never heard of. I'm going to have to look up. And I'm going to have to look up how to cast on again because I go so long between knit projects that I forget how to cast on and bind off. So I have to look it up every time I want to do a knit project. But so I'm going to attempt that shawl, hoping it's not too hard. And then there's like a little knotted fringe. I don't know if you can see that. It's a knotted fringe on the ends of the shawl. And I've also been thinking of maybe buying a nice shawl pin from Etsy, which of course I will do a haul video if I do. And maybe a couple other things from Etsy I've been thinking about. I'm not sure yet though. So I would like to start that shawl as soon as possible. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that shawl yet, but I have enough stuff here to keep me occupied for now, especially with the little one, which you can probably hear whining now because she's realizing there's no food coming out of her soother. So I'm going to sign off now, I guess, and tend to my little one. And because I think that's all the yarn projects I have to talk about today. So I hope everybody's been having a good May. It's getting really hot here. All the trees have leaves finally. All the flowers are blooming. It is almost summer. We didn't have much of a spring, but it is almost summer now. So I hope everybody's been having a good spring and happy crafting.